Hello everyone, I'm Sharpedo43 once again, bringing you all week 15 of the NGDL. Today we're going to be facing Orlando Till and the Orlando Octillery once again. As you can see, the teams that we have this time around, well, they're pretty much the same as the ones that we used in week 11, but the only difference is that I'm not going to be bringing Sharpedo this time around, and Orlando's not going to bring Clefairy this time around. The reason why I decided not to bring Sharpedo was pretty much because of that Clefairy, because I told you people that in week 11, one of the things that was driving my team crazy was that dang Clefairy, because I had nothing to take it out, and not to mention a lot of my team was weak to it via Moonblast. So I needed to reduce the amount of weaknesses to the fairy typing in order to actually do better against Orlando in this time around. So instead of Sharpedo this time, I'm gonna bring Braviary, who's relatively bulky and can at least take a few hits from Clefairy. So as for why he decided to switch into Ferrothorn, my guess is that because he saw that I got Braviary, he figures he needs something that can kind of like just switch in on Brave Birds or returns from Braviary. So I can kind of see the reasoning behind him switching up Clefairy to Ferrothorn this time around. Plus, this is the second time we're battling, and he can probably also just want to mix things up, it makes a lot of sense now that you think about it. I honestly was kind of hoping that he would still kind of bring the Clefairy, because seeing how it worked for him in week 11, I was kind of thinking he'd probably try to bring it again. But as you can see here, some things don't end up working necessarily well as I'd hoped, because let me tell you that this team just kind of over prepared for Clefairy, because I was afraid of that thing putting in the amounts of work like it did in week 11, in all honesty. So that's kind of why you're gonna see in this battle the Clefairy is one of the things that was specifically designed for the Clefairy. I may not mention any of the sets because you're gonna see right now why. But here we go. This is gonna be the battle. It's gonna be between me and Orlando Till. This is going to be our second battle. We're divisional rivals, so we basically had to battle once again. I wasn't looking forward to it, but here we are. So as you can see, he's going to lead off with Ferrothorn, and I'm going to lead off with Cradilly. This is a bad lead for me, but what I wanted to do was just get my rocks up, because I'm pretty convinced he'd probably want to set up his own hazards, whether it be spikes or rocks. What he ends up doing, surprisingly to me, is actually Swords Dance. And I was like, holy cranberries. I had to get the hell out of here and go straight into Clefairy. Because I do have Haze on this Clefairy, and if he tries to set up like another Swords Dance on me or something, which he does right here, giving him +4, I was thinking, I should be able to outspeed this thing, because Ferrothorn's base speed is 20 and Clefairy is 30. So I should be able to outspeed it. But then, as you can see, it does outspeed me, and the reason why was probably because this Ferrothorn probably has like the 31 on the Speed Ivy or something, and my Clefairy doesn't. In fact, it's kind of designed to be slow in case it wants to run Trick Room or something. But as you can see there, I meant to say, it just takes out my Clefairy because I wasn't able to outspeed it, basically, literally. So what I'm going to do here is go into Pangoro, and just go for a Hammer Arm. I know that he could easily switch into Landorus Tea just to get the Intimidate off, but if I knock his item off, he could be very, very vulnerable to my Braviary. So I just went for the Hammer Arm just to be safe. He actually does try predicting me to actually over-predict him into switching into Landorus, and he does it now as soon as he loses the Ferrothorn. I'm actually happy that I got rid of the Ferrothorn early in the battle, because this actually gives my Braviary some relief. And here I'm just going to switch out, because obviously I'm locked into Hammer Arm. Not only do I lose the Iron Fist ability from Mummy because of the fact that Ferrothorn also Power Whip my Clefairy, but it's also going to get intimidated by the Landorus Tea, reducing my attacks significantly from Hammer Arm. So there's literally no reason to stay in. I guess he anticipates my switch into Cradilly and decides to get his own rocks up, which is fine. But now he's going to U-turn afterwards. And I think what I tried going for right here is actually a Toxic. Yeah, Toxic here. He gets rocks up on the switch into Emboar. Now here, what I wanted to do was, after getting this Toxic off, what I wanted to do here was switch into Sylveon. The reason why was because I did a calc to see if I can actually take a Flare Blitz from this thing if it's Choice Scarfed, and I can. It's actually a 2-shot. So what I wanted to do was switch in Sylveon so that this thing takes recoil damage from Flare Blitz, and I can still survive, and then probably switch back into Cradilly. There's also the possibility he can go for Superpower. He does not, though. He ends up just going for the Flare Blitz. Now, at first I thought I could be able to take this, because I was under the impression that it would be Choice Scarf, But seeing how this thing turned out to actually just one-shot my defensive Sylveon, by the way, that definitely just told me this is definitely banded. And if it's banded, it's probably HP invested as opposed to speed invested. So I kind of was thinking, okay, I could just bring in Braviary then and just go for return, because I would have to go for Brave Bird if this thing was more healthier, but because it's not now, and I think it's in range for a return, I just decided to go for return. He ends up hard switching into Landorus T here though. Jeez, I keep ting all the time, and it's not even funny. But anyways, yeah, as you can see, Defiant, which is good. I already know that this Landorus T is not Scarf, so I can just go for return. This is one of the reasons I went for return, because I didn't feel the need to go for Brave Bird. And as you can see, this return is a 2-shot from where it's at, because of the +1 that I got from Defiant due to the Intimidate from Landorus. So with that, I'm able to take this thing out with another return, and down goes the Landorus, which is really, really good. Now here, he's going to send out Mega Manectric. Yeah, because that's the Mega, by the way. And he is going to Mega Evolve, knowing that he can give me another Defiant boost. But my guess is that he was kind of hoping that he can outspeed my Braviary. Even though I think, or either that or he did not know that my Braviary was Choice Scarf, because it was Choice Scarf. And if his Landorus was defensive, my max speed Braviary that wouldn't be Choice Scarf would be able to outspeed it. But here I guess he was hoping I wasn't Scarf, but I definitely was Scarf here, just to be able to outspeed this Manectric. If this was Adamant Scarfed Braviary, it definitely would have been able to outspeed me, but because I'm Jolly Scarfed, I definitely was able to outspeed this thing. This pretty much forces him to now go into Draudigon, which I am aware has Sucker Punch, but I can definitely take one. At first I thought I wasn't going to be able to, looking at the damage it did right here, but it was all thanks to a freaking crit, so I was like, wow. So I'm just going to get the return off. At first I thought the crit mattered, because I thought I was going to go down to the rough skin that this thing carries, but it doesn't seem to carry it, so it's like, what ability does it have? Does it have like Sheer Force or something? But yeah, so down goes the Draudigon. So my Braviary has been putting quite the amount of work so far. Here comes the Snorlax. I go for return, just not messing around. Well, there's not that I can do anything anyways, because I'm Scarf Braviary. And here he's gonna take out my Braviary with an Iron Head. That's fine, because now I get a free switch into Dragonite. And this Dragonite, unlike the last one that I had in week 11, this Dragonite actually has Flying EMZ, has Supersonic Sky Strike. The reason why I brought it was because if he has that damn Clefairy once again, I can just nuke that thing with a freaking Supersonic Sky Strike from Dragonite, which is Stab on Dragonite, which is really, really good. I honestly question why I didn't use this in the first place, in all honesty. This would have been a lot more useful. Now, if you're wondering why I use this move right now that the Snorlax is weakened, is because I was afraid that I would not be able to take it out with Earthquake, given the fact that I was able to take a +2 stab boosted return from Braviary. So I didn't think a non-stab, boosted Earthquake from Dragonite would be enough to KO it, because that was my only other attack, by the way. It did not have V-Speed. So here, it was enough to take it out. And not to mention, Fly can miss. 5% chance, but it could still miss. And I could be that unlucky guy. So I definitely had to go for Flying EMZ there. So yeah, and then he sends out Emborn, and I just take that out with Earthquake. Thankfully, I was able to outspeed it, so I was able to just take it out with Earthquake, which is really, really good. So that's going to be the whole game. We win, I think 3-0. Yeah, I think we won 3-0 there, which is really, really good. But I mean, it doesn't matter once again, because I don't think we're going to make it to playoffs anyways. Like I said in the last week's battle, I don't think I'm going to make it to playoffs, even if I beat the remaining opponents in my team, because everybody has higher or better records than me in the overall. Like, they have better divisional records, better win-loss records, better differential than me. So I honestly do not think that, even if I beat Orlando and my last opponent, which is going to be Untraceable Strain, I don't think I'm going to qualify for playoffs, which is fine with me in all honesty, because I just kind of want this league to kind of be over with already, so that I can move on to do other things, because I do have other things to do. So yeah, but this is going to be the whole game for week 15. Thank you all for watching. Good game to Orlando Till once again. And with all that, I think that's all I got to say. Yeah. Was there anything crazy that happened in the battle? No. Just Braviary doing cool things. I was actually happy to have gotten Braviary. I was actually going to use my what's it called, the points that I had to do the transactions. I was going to actually use my what's it called, money, whatever it's called, for a higher tier Pokemon, but I decided just Braviary because Braviary was cool, and it actually came in handy in week 15. So yeah, that's actually something really, really cool. But anyways, digression aside is what I wanted to say. Thank you all for watching once again. I'll catch you guys in the next battle or something, but for now, just take it easy.